Alrighty guys, I'm the Devil and welcome back to Endless Survival guys. A couple of things I really want to touch on very quickly at the beginning of this episode. First one is I don't feel too well today, so I don't know how this episode is going to go, but I definitely want to record an episode. I definitely want to play this game, and I feel like I need to record it. And the second one is I want to touch on a little something that happened towards the end of the last episode, and that being that we talked a little bit about the new features within Minecraft, the new update that's going to be coming out. And I just realized that this isn't going to sort of be the way that I want it to be. This is going to be the inside, this is going to be the outside, and I want another layer. So basically, at the end of the last episode, guys, well, not at the end of the last episode, at the beginning of the last episode, I talked a little bit about the place block feature and the offhand. I talked a little bit about how they were going to be removing that and changing the way that that system works. Well, since I made that video, from the time you're seeing it, it was a week ago. From the time I'm recording this video, it was just simply yesterday. Since the time I made that video, things have changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And things have changed to a degree where they have realized that the community don't want that to happen, and they have decided against doing that, and that is no longer going to be a thing within the game. They're not going to remove that, which is really kind of good for me, because like I said, I really like that feature. I like being able to place blocks with my offhand, or at least place torches with my offhand. Placing the blocks I'm not too fussed about, but the rest of the features I kind of was, and this is 5x5 in the inside, right? Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's just pretty much what I want to talk about. But yeah, guys, I'm not feeling too good today. I've been getting ill a lot lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something. I do have an appointment to see my doctor at some point. And I just realized we do this. It needs to go. Ooh, if I go one more though, it's going to be really big. That's the problem. It's going to be kind of big, and it's already kind of big as it is. I just want to steal a little bit of dirt from over here. I don't want any platform to be as high as the church. Now, I'm going for a basic church. I'm not going for something like, I'm not going for a grand cathedral or anything of that nature. It's not going to be something that's going to be spanned over several episodes. It's going to be spanned over a couple, I think, but not several. And I think that we need to just deal with the sheep. See, that's what I'm thinking, and then I want more. No, I don't want the polish, I want the stone. And this is coming in 2. So 1, 2, and then we're bringing this across, which would probably come to maybe, I don't know, I think that this might actually end up being a bit more of a larger project than I was anticipating, I think. I think there would be a very good place for it to come to. But then let's just see, this is why we lay things out. We lay things out to get a rough idea of where we want it to be, how we want it to be. And I do have to do some terraforming of this hill. I mean, that's not going to be a major thing. We can do that. I could do that between episodes, but it'd be like that, and then it'd be like this. So I want to work depth into the wall and detail into the wall. So it would obviously come around like this, and I don't want towers at all 4 corners. I know that maybe we should have them at all 4 corners, but I definitely don't want that. Okay, so let's just see if we do that. How does that shape feel when we come in? This feels roughly what I'm going for, and then we'd probably have a door here into this tower, and then a door here into this tower. And I think this is actually okay. I think I'm happy with this. Yes, let's just pop those back. So I'm kind of happy with that shape. I don't know whether I want a... I think that we need to find the center point, which will be... Ooh, is this an even number? Have I messed up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, this is not an even number. So this is our center point. And I think that I want to kick this out a little bit here. So I think we'll go there. So it's 3, and then there. And I think maybe just kick that out like so. Like that. And then we'd get rid of this. here, and this here. Would pop that there. And then this would be our entrance here. This would be our doorway, which means I need to terraform this hill a little bit to allow access to it. But I'm not overly concerned about the terraforming. Not overly concerned about it. So the thing is, if we do this, we're not going to have depth. So I want to probably bring it out like so. And then we'd get rid of that. And then we'd get rid of that. And then this would be our doorway. Obviously there needs to be some terraforming done here, but I can get to that. That's not a big deal. Like I say, it's not a big deal. I keep saying it's not a big deal. Now, usually and typically these churches, cathedrals, they're a lot larger than most builds in the village. You know, so normally you'd build this on a scale that's about 4 or 5 times bigger than this. And we'd have things that we could work into it. But I think that I want to bring it out. Where's the... Do I have a center point here? Did I make this an odd number or an even number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 15. So that's the 8th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the center point. And I think that we want to go... I don't know, maybe we just go 2 like that. And I think that I want to bring that out just a little bit like so, which would mean that this would be the interior, and this would come back like that. That's wrong. This would come back to there. No. This would that's not. I kind of want that one more. So it'd be, so we'd have this, and then I would want this wall would after. Let's just take this out. I'm getting confused in my own build. Do I have my ender chest on me? I do. Look, I'm prepared this time. I have a bed. I brought a bed. See, this is the thing about planning this. You need to plan your builds. I find that planning them is good. Sometimes, off the top of the head, what you might call it, builds are good. I think that this needs to come like that, and then I think this needs to come like that, like so, and then this would go, and then this would. And that gives a bit more of a different shape, gives us a bit more of a unique shape. I'm not opposedly against that. I think this would create an interesting shape, but then we've got, what we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we got 5 to this part here. We've got a 2 point here. And this is an odd number. But then again, what would I even do with this bit? You know, I mean, it didn't look bad just being a normal average shape, you know. I mean, sure, it didn't have some sticky out bits, but whatever I do this side, I'd have to do the other side. And the question is, would it look good? So let's just put that back. Like so. And then this side I can't really kick out too much. I mean, we could put some, I want to put maybe a graveyard here. Have little graves on the hill. I don't know about that. But I'm not overly against this shape. I think that we'd have the door somewhere like here. And what does that leave on here? Because I'd want a I'd want that. Do I want to bring this out one more? No, because then that'd be way too deep here. Let's just eat some fish. Let's eat some fish. It is always a bit tricky when you're designing a larger build. And I don't have the time to go and plan this out in creative like I'd like to. I'd like to go and spend an hour or 2 in creative coming up with just a rough idea so I don't end up building it and it looking, you know, not so good. So let's just take these up just a little bit. Because I need to make some decisions here. Decisions. The decision being, do we go with andesite like this to frame out the outside of the build? Or do we not do that? Do we go with andesite in the corners and lose that layer of depth? And I'd probably bring this one up here at this point. So we've got this like 3x3. And we could even take this out and do that. And then we'd have this sort of like layer back here. Right. Where we could do interesting things like this and maybe use slabs and stuff like that. So we would have the ability to break in here and make some sort of like unique shape. But the question is, these are going to be 2, which is going to be a very, very... I don't like building on even numbers. I really, really don't. But at the same time, I'm not really seeing an alternative without bringing it out bigger than I want, and I think it'd look horrible if we brought it out anymore. So, yeah. What about if could we divide you down into sections of 3, which would be there, then 1, 2, 3, then there, then 1, 2, 3, then there. Wouldn't work, because we'd have this. But then again, if we did that for the tower, connect to the tower like that, and then no, that wouldn't work, because I'd have this block here. We'd have just this one-off block here. So what about if we went? Would I want that there? I think I'd actually want this here, you know. I don't think that would net that one off at near the tower. I don't think that'd necessarily be a bad thing. Because we'd have it like this. Right. And probably each of these would have a stained glass window in them. And then this would certainly give us the level of depth to work in some detail on this wall here. You know, because we got the same amount of space here and here then. So we'd be able to work something in here. And here we'd probably have like a stained glass window that takes up the majority of this space. I've gone to a desert. There's a desert about 2,000 blocks that way. And I found some glass and I found some sand. Smelting that down into glass. You've probably seen it in my smeltery. I don't know if I've showed my smeltery recently. But yeah, we've definitely got this shape. I'm running out of stone. Let's just quickly run and get some stone. Because this episode is going to be mainly planning it. This is going to be spread over 3 or 4 episodes, I think. I probably won't do them in a row. I get very bored working on large builds repeatedly. Plus, I'm gonna have to go mining for some stone. We are low. And I know that the stone in the andesite doesn't match the oak wood and the cobble that we've been using. But having said that, I want this to stand out. This would have been more preserved, been made out of more expensive materials. They'd have taken considerable more care in this build than they would have in most other builds in the village, you know. This one would have been very, very heavily funded. It would have been a staple of civilization. Let's just grab this polished andesite. I love the polished andesite. And I do like granite as well. I know a lot of people don't like granite. I know it's a very hated block within the Minecraft community. And for building, I don't think it's too bad. It makes very good flooring. I think it blends very well like we've used it in the mine. Yeah, I like that we've got this 3 gap there, so we can just take that out and you out. And bring that up again, like so. And I'm not... I hear a racing car. So I'm not sure exactly how high I want to bring this up. I think that I want to bring it up quite high, definitely quite high. I want these towers to be even higher than the rest of the church, obviously. So I think we'll just take these up to 5 for now. 5 is definitely too low. Don't think 5's the final height. It's not. But I just want to get a feel for this on a bit of a larger scale. So if we just take these up, okay, and let's just take a little look from down here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I know there's not much depth, but guys, there's that block in between them that we can really work some depth in. That sounds like a spider dying. We can really work some depth in. So yeah, tell you what, let me go and bring these walls up to as high as I want them, and I'll come back to you in just a little bit. We're back, guys, and I grossly underestimated just the amount of stone that's going to go into this project. But I also want to show you guys I did finish off this wall. I did get this in. The only bit about it I don't like is this, by the way. Just so you know. This was a couple episodes ago. Actually, yeah, this was a couple episodes ago, but I just wanted to show off that I put some spruce fences up there and I did actually do the work that I said I was going to do for a change. So, this is kind of what the church is looking like, and I'm very happy with the shape. Apart from this front bit here. I'm not 100% sold on what I want to do with this front bit, but I think to help me figure it out, I think it's probably going to be very important to terraform this area. So I just sort of want to start with bringing a line of dirt underneath here. And I'm going to do this one on camera. Normally I wouldn't, but I was going to do more of the church, but it turns out that I need to go on a stone mining session, and this is the last Endless Survival that I'm recording for this week. There's going to be 3 episodes out this week, and then 4 adventure map episodes. So we keep it to that vanilla, the idea of a vanilla video every day, and I'm hoping to get a modded video out every day as well. So let's just bring this over. And I know this isn't going to be the best of terraforming. But once I've got the basic idea down, like, it's going to be easy just to... I mean, there we go, look. And then I can bring more dirt over as and when needed. So I just want to bring this down, like so. And we'll terraform this a lot better when it comes to the case of actually doing the outside of the church, because I'm not sure what I want to do outside the church yet. So we'll just bring that across like that. And then that can come across like so. Meh. It's like pillaring up, it's like a staircase. I get carried away when I get terraforming, so it's probably a good idea that I don't do too much terraforming. Because I could just spend ages trying to get the right shape, trying to get the and there's no really right or wrong shapes. It's just a case of what you want in your world. Like, do you want a steep embankment? Do you want a natural embankment? And I want mine to look very natural, but this is an early build. This is like, hey, you know, I need to bring this up so I can work on the church. So I'm just gonna put something there, and then when I've worked on the church, I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna refine it, and I'm gonna make it look a lot prettier. Let's just bring that out. In there. And I try my best to follow the natural curves that the game gives me. Like, if it gives me a curve, I'm gonna follow that curve. And I don't like 2 blocks drops. I don't. I don't think they look good. I think they look horrid. Okay. Now I'm down to me grass. So, this is gonna be fun. Like here, we've got a 2 drop, and I don't want that, so we're going to just bring that out and bring that over like that. And there. I think maybe we'll bring that across like that. And then bring this all out one more again. just to make it look a little more natural. And let's just take a look at that from a distance. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And I think we'll have the road sort of come wind up here, wind up to that path, and wind round here. It'll come around here, into which case we'd probably have some sort of wooden staircase leading up to the church. Now, this church, I want to talk about the god that it's going to worship. Because I do have a rule. I have a rule on my channel that we don't do religion here. And not in the sense that religion is fake or false, because I myself am religious. I do have I am a Christian. I do believe. I choose to believe as opposed to not believe. I like the idea that there is something more after death than there being nothing. But on the channel, guys, we aren't going to be worshipping real gods in the Minecraft worlds. We're going to be making up our own. I think it makes it a lot easier for me to create content that appeases to all different creeds. I think that it just, for the most part, I think it's the best move for the channel, just to focus more on creating our own religions, worshipping our own created gods. So the god that's going to be in this temple, I'm thinking up a couple, and one that I really like is Caractacus. And he would be the god of mining. Because this is very much a mining settlement. I do want to bring some of these andesite pillars up here. And I think we're going to call him Caractacus. Now, the name Caractacus isn't the name of an actual god as far as I know. As far as I know, Caractacus is not a god. And if he is, we are not worshipping that particular god then. I will change it. But the name Caractacus was the final ruler of an independent Britain with the independent England before the Romans invaded. The guy who ruled here was called Caractacus. He was the last independent ruler before the royal family and whatnot took over, and I think I like that better. So I just like the name, so I thought we'll make him, and he's going to be the god of mining. He's going to be the god of mining, and this is where people come to worship him. And it's not a temple, because he is a god. And it's more of a church where they come and they believe. They believe in him. So I do kind of like that, and I like the idea of having this door inset one. So let's just do that. And I think we'll make a wooden door here that would be open. Do I have? Yes, I do have dark oak wood. Hey, check that out. I'm prepared. Accidentally prepared, but I'm prepared. Yes, I found a dark oak wood forest, and I went ahead and thinking. So I think we do. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to do a diagonal door, am I? So I think maybe we do door like that. No, I think doing this on the angle of 3 is going to be very difficult. And I can't really do anything about that. I do think that I want to bring this like all one in. I think it comes out way too far for a door. If I do that there, then that means I have to do it here as well. It does mean we are going to struggle with depth on these bits. So we'd go just have that there, and then did I derp this one up? Or maybe we just, I mean, in all fairness, we don't particularly need there to be depth right here. You know, we could just simply get away with that. Give me all this. Yes, if you download this world, and there will be a world download at some point during the course of the series, there are random holes everywhere. Some where I've gone to get some dirt, some I've just hidden stuff, and some I've just terraformed. So, let's just real quickly bring that up. So, I think between this episode and the next episode, guys, I am going to very much try my best to get my hands on a beacon. I will do the wither fight on camera, so I'll probably record that later on this week, the wither fight, and then the rest of the episode will be several days after that. Okay, I think that this door could be inset 1. No, I can't even do a 2-door. Although what we could do is we could do an open door. Like that, like the door's open, or maybe we even, just to give it the illusion that it's open a little bit more, we could do that. No, I don't like that. I think I would prefer to have a wooden inset door like that. And I think we would just keep this very, very casual. And just fill this in. And then I think we'd put a door there, I think. I think we just do a normal door. I know that churches would have a much larger, much grander door. But I'm just making it work on this scale on this small of a scale is very difficult, I find. And I think that looks alright, and I think I would bring the church would come out there. How does that look from the inside? If we did that, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. And I don't know exactly if we would, I mean, it's 2 on the inside and 1 on the outside. But there's not much I can do about that. I'm happy with that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I want to do one more thing real quickly. I want to just get a better feel for this from the air. So let's just take off. I made up some more rockets between episodes and I came in a bit too fast there. Still getting used to the elytra. Yeah, I kind of like that. It really, I think, goes well with it. I think it looks alright. And I don't know what I want to do over here yet. See, I'm thinking of having a farmer's field, like taking up this whole area here. There'd be like a farmhouse and fields around it, and then we'd have like a little town here. But one more thing I want to do is this area here. Yeah, this area here is like, it's like a gateway into the kingdom, into the empire, into Foundersville. I keep forgetting the name of it. Into Foundersville, and I think maybe having a gatehouse here would be pretty good. We'd have a road that sort of comes through here. But yeah, I think this hill needs terraforming majorly. This side, it's like a gaping hole. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. So if you've enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and click subscribe if you want to see more. I'm the Devil. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Stuck that landing poorly.